Hello and welcome back to HLS Crypto. My name is Dan. Let's move this out of the way a little bit. So do not make these 5 crypto mistakes you will lose. So this might sound a little dramatic, but in reality, it's not, and we'll see why in this video. So mistake number 1 would be wrong wallet. So you might do all the good things, you might be DCAing in, and let me caveat this as well with the fact that this is maybe a slightly different video to what we've done this channel so far. Yeah, we talk about mindset, we talk about philosophy, we talk about how we want to build our bags and how we want to exit the bull run ultimately in 2025. But I think it's also key to kind of, in this video, we're not talking about specific coins. We're just going to talk about how the market would work and mistakes that you can make along the way, which I want you to not make. I want you all to do well, as I've explained, in previous videos. So yeah, mistake number 1, wrong wallet. Always test first. Now I think we've all probably done this. If you're new, then this is something that you should really think about. When you want to send your money or your coins back from an exchange into some kind of storage, or if you want to send it to a friend, or if you want to make a purchase with it, make sure that the address is right that you're sending it to. Now, there's a way to do this that I like. One of them is if you do it on your phone, for instance, then I would bring up the notes. If you're on an iPhone or anything that you can use on Android, a notes section, copy and paste the note, the address that you want to send it to, and then when you go to your exchange or your wallet or whatever, and you send it to that address, copy and paste it again and put it next to it, so it's below it. Just make sure they're exactly identical, because if not, it'll go somewhere rogue and you'll never see it again. It's likely not going to be able to be recovered, and that could just be lost. And you don't want to do that. That's always a bad thing. So another way to do it as well, which is, even when you've done that, send a smaller amount first. Make sure that goes through. If it does, great. Then proceed to send, the larger amount. Mistake number 2, falling for scams or pumps and dumps. So scams, like you'll see a lot of them on Twitter. Everyone calls it Twitter. We're gonna keep calling it Twitter. If you fall for a scam on Twitter, it may be that you get some DMs, it may be an email, it may be someone on Facebook saying, "Oh, this is a new trading group. We're all brilliant. We've made £1 million off of 20 pence, or $1 million off 20 cents, by following these trades." There's lots of them. People who have got crypto YouTube channels, people who have got Discord channels. A lot of these scams will be people creating their exact identity and then trying to portray themselves as them and getting them to send sums of money to the scammer, which obviously is a negative thing, because it's a negative thing for the actual YouTuber who knew nothing about it. It's a negative thing for the guy or girl who'd been scammed, because then they're out of pocket. And then the guy who did the scamming, it's a win-win for him, because he's laughing and he's off to the Bahamas. So don't fall for that. And then you pump and dumps. A lot of these things are like meme coins and things like that. So it ties in a little bit with do your own research. But sometimes you'll see a coin hit the market. It'll be lauded across social media. It'll pump, and then within a minute to half an hour to an hour to a day, sometimes they're a bit longer, they drag them out, maybe a month, the chart will be big green line, big red line. Avoid that at all costs. Avoid that. So mistake number 3 is storage. So it's getting your crypto away from all the exchanges, because obviously the exchanges are good because you need to go in there, you need to be able to trade your USDT or USDC, whichever one you use, whatever you're trying to buy, whatever your trading pairs are. Once you've purchased your sum of crypto that you want, it's better to get that in cold storage and get it stashed away, unless you're a trader, so you want to have a bit in there to trade with. I'm not a trader at all, never claim to be, never will be. It's something I would love to learn, because I think a lot of these guys, not a lot of them, sorry, a very small percentage are making money regularly. If you get to that stage, brilliant. But I think there's a lot of that's trial and error as well as learning, and I don't want to risk any money at that point. So you've got your cold storage. Could be a Ledger, could be a Trezor, could be Tangent, could be there's many others. You can do your own research and decide which one you want, but then store them on there. Particularly now, you've got maybe 2025 is about what, I don't know, 15, 16 months away. So, get that storage, get it saved, get it put out of the way. It's less likely to be hacked. It's a better thing to do, and it'll prevent, hopefully. I mean, there's still ways that they'll get to it if they want to get to it, but it's nice to have that extra little layer of security, and I think that's something you should do. Mistake number 4 is going all in on one coin. So as we've said in this channel numerous times, we DCA in, we DCA out. In the bull, we're going to layer that out as best we can to make sure we make profits. But we don't want to do that on just one coin. You don't want to come to the market and go, right, I'm just going to buy Gala. Now, I like Gala, but if Gala shit the bed and went down to zero and I've only put in Gala, then I'm absolutely no better off, and that's not the good way to do it. What you'd rather do, and again, these are the coins that I particularly like. A new one that I particularly like is Casper with the K, but I haven't picked it up yet, but it's something I'm definitely going to do. But I like CSPR, I like Quant, I like HBAR, I like Trias, I like Gala, the coins I like. So I'm going to spread it across those, because if one of those coins did go to zero, then at least I've got 4, 5, 6, 8 others that don't. Now, some will always perform better than the others, but the mean average would mean that one going to zero isn't going to cripple you like if you only put into one coin. So it's something that you need to really sort of think about. If you're coming into the market and you fell in love with one coin, don't always keep it nice and spread. Number 5 is emotions and FOMO. So we've spoken about this before on the channel. We know about controlling our emotions. Try and be more stoic. When you see the pumps, don't go all crazy and go, it's going to go up forever, because it won't. And when it goes low, while we're in the bear market and we might have crashes along the way, again, a lot of the time they're not going to zero yet. It's not this kind of thing. A lot of the coins that have got good, strong fundamentals won't go to zero anyway, but you're still having to keep your emotions in check. So don't berate yourself too much, whilst also not celebrating yourself too much. Try and keep that balance in your emotions. And then with FOMO is like, when something's taken off, even in a bear market, this can happen. When something's taken off and you're thinking, it's going to keep going up, and you start FOMOing in, put more than you would normally put in. Don't. Just keep to your plan. Stick to your plan. A bonus tip is investing more than you can afford to lose, coupled with a slight life lesson. So obviously never invest more than you can afford to lose, because if you do, and it does all go to shit, which I think it's a slim possibility, because I still think Bitcoin controls the markets. I still think the crypto space is big. I think if you've chosen strong fundamental coins, you're going to be okay, but you still don't want to risk the things that you need to live day to day. Now, I've made this mistake before, and the reason why I want to mention this is because, so as you know, me and my girlfriend split up about 4 months ago, and so there's other reasons, but part of it was down to the fact that I was constantly thinking, I need to keep putting into crypto. I need to learn, research, do all this kind of stuff. Because I've been obviously in crypto for since sort of 2020, but I wanted to change life. So her philosophy is slightly different to mine. Hers is like, I want to keep building in the career side of things and make sure that you get save for a deposit, get a mortgage, do all that kind of stuff, and then spend 30 years paying that off. My argument against that, and it's not like a physical argument, my argument against that is that I want to do that in 18 months. I don't want to do it in 30 years. So we've both got parents, obviously separately. It's not incest. Both got separate parents. Mine managed to do things their way. They bought the house. They went on the mortgage route, and same as her parents are doing. But I think that comes at a cost. If you spend 30 years paying off your mortgage, you don't get them 30 years back. You own a house at the end of it, but you can't take that with you when you're dead. Yes, you can obviously hand it down to your children. That's important. But for me, it's like, if you can do that in 18 months, then you've got the next 30 years to really focus on what you want to do. Your house is bought and paid for in that 18-month period. You've done it. Now you've got that money left over to go and explore new avenues of your life and do different things, do things that people don't normally do, have your life back. In my opinion, we're very close to what I would consider slavery. And I know that sounds like a really strong word, because I know a lot of people are in far worse positions than some of us who are watching this video, and slavery might be a bit of a strong term. So I'll try and adapt a euphemism, or like a parable almost. Imagine we were all on an island, or not an island, a large, vast landscape, like an animal in a safari, right? But a safari that's got cages around the perimeter, but it's big, so it takes you a while to find the cages. When you decide to wander around and you're loving your life in here, you're doing everything that you expected to do. It's not a terrible thing, but then you find the cage, you find the barrier, and you're like, oh well, I wonder what's over there. Now, the vast majority of people will hit that barrier in their lives, and they'll go, 90% will go, I don't know what's over there, but my food's here, my water's here, I can live here, this is okay. And they'll keep going around the perimeter, the inside of where their perimeter outlay is. Then you've got the maybe 10% of people who go, yeah, but what's over there? I want to go over there. What's out there? Now, there could be a lot of danger out there, which, if you invest in cryptocurrency, there's some danger. There could be a lot of danger. Things can go to zero. But look at the upside. If I jump that fence, what can I go and achieve? And this is the thing that I'm trying to get to. So my ex and many other people want to stay within them in that fence. I want to go over the fence, have a look around. What can you do? Can you build a life far better than the one if you stay within the normal parameters? So the government and everything like that is constantly saying, right, work hard, go to school, go to university, get a career, pay your mortgage off, then start claiming your pension. Then for that small period of time, then you die. That might be fine for some people, and it's okay if it is. But I want to go over the fence. I want to get everything done. I want to get it done now. And then the rest of my life, I want to start like doing things I want to do. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to, I want to go off grid. Maybe you want to, create something. Maybe you want to create a charity. Maybe you want to create a business. Anything you want to do, you can go and do that. But you have to jump over the fence and be in the place of uncertainty. Because the place of uncertainty, although it's scary sometimes, it's still a place that you want to be, because you know the predictability of being inside the perimeters, being inside them fences. And I don't want to do that. And I think it's you may be different. It may be a bad analogy. It may be a rambling session. I don't know. But I just think that's the way I want to kind of do things. I'm trying to always be honest with you guys, and this is how I want to kind of do it. Subscriber wise, by the way, absolutely phenomenal. I think we're at 134 now, which is huge from yesterday's video. So really, really, really astonished by you guys with that. So thank you very much. And again, let me know what your dreams are from this bull run. Do you want to have a mortgage? Do you want to eclipse that and then just not have one? I want to know what you guys think. Am I wrong? Is she right? Who knows? But let me know in the comments. It'd be really interesting to see what you have to say. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, definitely, because that really helps. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. As always, take it easy.